And we're live.
Welcome everybody back to the actual first brawl. This is where the matchups are going to be going down. The punches are thrown. People will be slayed. And my name is Rotag, and I'm joined by my ever-entertaining co-host, Wild Willy. Willy, how's it going today?
I am pumped up. I'm ready to see these matchups take place. The time for speculation is over. The time for brawling has begun. The brackets are live. We are ready to see who is going to emerge victorious and who will either disappoint or shock the world in an actual 64 competitors, one brawl, one champion. Who's going to be raising the banners in their bars? Let's see what happens.
Well, I got to be a little disappointed right off the bat. We're going to have to wait on revealing the winners right now. We are going to have a word from our advertisement. I'm just kidding. We don't have those yet. Let's get straight into the action. Take us to the Wrigley Field. Vader, Betty White.
Oh man, Rotag, you had my hopes up for a second. I thought that you secured an advertiser. I was all excited. I was ready to see that script pop up. I was ready to sell whatever that person was wanting to sell, and that's okay. That's okay, because you know what? It's not about the advertising revenue. It's about the competition.
All right, Vader, Betty White, Mr. Wild Willy, I know you're on the cards. You're revealing them and letting us know, and then I'm going to be reacting to the cards as they're drawn, and we're just going to see how this plays out. So first region, Wrigley Field.
Here we go. First matchup. 1 seed Vader versus 16 seed Betty White. Vader has a greater than 10 seed differential, so he has the ace, king, queen, jack 10 knockout. Vader's first punch, 7 of diamonds. Betty White counters with a 2 of hearts. Vader, 9 of hearts. Betty White, 5 of spades. Vader, 3 of hearts. Betty White, jack. So Vader's point total is 16, 19, and Betty White counters with 17. A closer than expected fight between Vader and Betty White, but Vader survives.
I mean, in the beginning here, right after the first cards were drawn, I was like, what's going on here? Darth Vader throws a 7. Not terrible, but I mean, he could have easily knocked her out, and he doesn't. And instead, she counters with a 2. If she doesn't come up with a 2 there, if she gets even a respectable 7 back, she wins us at the end.
Oh, and then Vader faded in the course of that fight. It was a very close matchup at the end, but Vader took it down.
Yeah, he totally, at the end just said, I've got this in the bag. And, he pretty much did. I don't think that there was really much of a chance for
even if Betty White drew an ace and bring it within 1, Vader still would have won. But Vader made it weak in the end. He almost lost that fight when Betty White out of nowhere throws a jack.
This just goes to show you that anything can happen in the brawl, and it's not over until that final card is drawn.
So Vader through to the round of 32. Next matchup, Detective John McClane versus Davy Crockett. McClane draws a queen, but there's no knockout, remember. There's no knockout cards. These are even fight, an 8-9 matchup. Crockett counters with a king. It's tied after the first round. Whew. McClane draws a jack. Crockett counters with an ace.
This is going to be unbelievable. I can't wait to see how this finishes.
Crockett with a narrow 1-point advantage going to the final round. McClane's final punch is a queen. Almost a perfect fight for John McClane. Queen, jack, queen. Crockett needs at least a 9 to tie. It's a 4! Oh no! Crockett fades late. McClane goes through in a thrilling matchup with lots of fireworks. Detective John McClane takes out the legendary David Crockett. I wonder if he stole his coonskin cap.
30 to 25, and McClane, you can't draw any better than that. And it looked tough after the second card. Crockett was matching him, and even up by 1 with that ace. But that was all that Crockett could muster. He blew it all in the second and didn't have anything left for the third round.
If McClane comes with that kind of heat against Vader, he's got a chance against the Sith Lord.
want to speak prematurely, but my bracket is perfect so far.
Congrats. I had Crockett taking down McLean, and for a second it looked like it would happen, but McLean, too strong. You can't take him down. If he could, he could handle Hans Gruber, he could handle David Crockett. Moving on, we have Brian Mills against Jimmy Fallon. The seed difference is 9, which means that the man from Taken has an ace, king, queen, jack knockout possibility. Mills draws a 10. Whew. Jimmy Fallon counters with a 9 of clubs. Oh! Mills hits him with a queen. We have our first knockout. It's all over. Fallon is done. The brawl is finished. Your thoughts, Mr. Rotag?
Well, this was predictable. I mean, Jimmy Fallon, he's there. He's a talk show host. That's what they do. They get, a lot of talking in, but fighting is just not there for them. I'm glad to see that we had our first knockout happening, and I'm excited to see how many more knockouts are going to come because my boy Bats is coming up soon, and I'm feeling another knockout there.
Okay, Maximus against Ron Swanson. Maximus can get a knockout with an ace, king, or queen. Maximus throws his first punch as the better seed. Ace of diamonds! Down goes Swanson. It's over before it even starts. Swanson doesn't even get a punch in. Maximus advances.
That is awful for my bracket. I had Swanson not only winning this one, but the next one, and he didn't even get a chance to even get in and do anything. That is just sad. But I know you're excited because you have Maximus.
Yeah, I have Maximus all the way to the championship, so he definitely comes out strong, doesn't mess around, eliminates Swanson with one single strike. The 3-14 matchup, the Cleveland Browns can get a knockout with an ace, king, queen, jack, or 10. Here we go, the Browns versus Mosby. Browns draw first, it's a queen, Mosby is destroyed. Goodbye, Ted. Go find your wife.
I don't want to say that I called this in the pre-show when we reviewed the brackets, but I'm pretty sure I did.
I'm pretty sure you're right there, Rotag. I thought Ted had a chance. You know what? But just like in the show, Ted Mosby will always disappoint you. He's kind of a loser.
Ouch.
All right, we have the 6-11 matchup. Paul Bunyan versus Phil Mickelson with a 9-iron. Wonder if he's bringing the shades, the classic black shirt, his look on the course. Bunyan can get a knockout with an ace, king, or a queen. We'll see if the king of the Lumberjacks can take down the ageless Phil Mickelson. Bunyan fights first. 6 of clubs for Bunyan. Mickelson draws a 4. Triple bogey in the first round. Narrow advantage to Paul Bunyan. Second round. A 2 from Bunyan. Weak sauce. Mickelson counters with a 9. So going into the final card, it is 8 for Bunyan, 13 for Mickelson. A commanding advantage.
Listen, that 9 on the second round, just like that 9-iron that he's bringing with him, that could be the difference maker.
Ooh, it landed hard. Bunyan is staggering, and Bunyan's final card is a 5 of diamonds. Weak sauce. Mickelson counters with a 6 of spades. It wasn't pretty, but Mickelson is through to the second round.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that at the end. What did Mickelson's final card was at what?
6 of spades, the final score.
It doesn't matter what the final card was because it was still a 13-13, so as long as he didn't drop dead in the middle of the fight there and he drew a card, he was going to win. There was no card low enough that he wouldn't have won because it was high going in there.
Bunyan, a big disappointment, 6-5, weak sauce. Mickelson is through with just 19 total.
I tell you what, my bracket has been a little busted, not too bad, but a couple of the guys that I had to even pick to go on to the second rounds, I make it to the Sweet 16. They're just
you know what? I actually had Phil with the 9-iron, and I got Phil with the 9-iron all the way to the Elite 8 as one of my sleeper picks. So that one is still intact. All right, Indiana Jones versus Tim Tebow. Ace only is the advantage for Indiana Jones. Only an ace will knock Tebow out. So here we go. Seed difference is 3, 7, 10 matchup. Indiana Jones. First card, 8 of spades. Strong start for Indiana. Tebow, King of Hearts.
Oh, there's that heart.
Up by 2 going into the second round. Second card for Indy is an ace of clubs. Tebow's done. Goodbye, Timmy.
Wow. The fact that Tebow came out and showed strong heart. Notice the pun because you got the King of Hearts there.
I see what you did there.
Strong. Indiana Jones just said, I'm not going to put up with this. Tebow's too strong. When it gets to the line, I've got to end this now. And that's what he did with the knockout, getting that ace that he needed.
Yeah, you know what? Just like Raiders of the Lost Ark, when that ninja comes out and does all the fancy moves, Indy just takes out, in this case, his knockout card and just KO'd Tebow. Goodbye, Timmy. Enjoy your time playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He might report to training camp with a black eye from Indiana Jones. Here's the classic matchup here's the matchup you've been looking forward to, Rotag. We have the 2-seed Batman against Stephen A. Smith.
Listen, I got Batman winning it all. But even if he doesn't, by some miracle that somebody else, ends up beating him, I'm okay with that. Unless it's Stephen A. Smith right here. This might end the podcast after only 2 episodes right now.
Oh man, you are salty. What is
Stephen A. Smith.
What is with the animosity towards Stephen A? The man's an entertainer.
That's the problem. All he does is just jammer on, and his opinions are trash most of the time. And so, listen, it's time for him to get a reality check, and Batman's going to give it to him. I'm excited for this. Let's go, Batman. Rotag needs this. The world needs this. Put Stephen A. Smith back to his spot at a commentary desk, and then maybe he'll have enough sense to commentate correctly now.
Okay, here we go. Seed difference is greater than 10, so Batman can get a knockout instantly with an ace, king, queen, jack, or 10. Batman's first punch is a king of spades. Down goes Stephen A. Goodbye, Stephen A. Smith. Not a chance. He is done. Batman is through to the second round.
You know what? Maybe I was harsh on Stephen A. Smith, but I don't care. He deserves it. Way to go, Bats. Proving me correct. I'm breaking stuff here at my house because I'm so excited. Batman, well done.
Stephen A., I was rooting for you, man. I had you to the Sweet 16, but apparently, before you even got a chance to open your mouth to reveal your secret weapon, Batman, he just took you out. So, no shame in losing to Batman. You're 15 seed, Batman's a 2. We're done with that. We are moving on to the Hofbräuhaus region now.
Before we move to that, just who's the most impressive one to you so far in our first thing? We got a couple of people with knockouts, with Brian Mills getting a knockout. We had Maximus getting a knockout. The Browns got a knockout. Indiana Jones with the knockout, and then we had Batman with the knockout.
Well, I think that Maximus showing up with an ace on his very first punch showed that he's ready to roll. But the King of Spades from Batman wasn't far behind. Maximus had a tougher 12-seed matchup with Swanson, though, and he did not want to see that fight go 3 cards.
Yeah, no, I mean, his performance, Maximus, like you said, that ace, that is just solid. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, you have the Browns and Batman as well with the first card knockouts that they didn't even take a chance there. But I tell you what, my most impressive one, John McClane. Queen, Jack, Queen.
Man, he's going.
He doesn't have a knockout advantage, so he had to go in there and just fight every single round for his, and he did not give an inch. I mean, you talk about Darth Vader, 7-9-3, terrible scores there. Paul Bunyan, really falling asleep there. I mean, I guess maybe the Blue Ox is the one that really had the mojo there because 6-2-5. I mean, he was almost knocked out by McClane with just one card. McClane with Wade is almost better than that. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with John McClane there. He will not die.
Okay. Die hard indeed. Moving over to the Hofbräuhaus bracket. Going across the way. Going to Munich. We have Godzilla and Kong versus Professor Stephen Hawking. Here we go. Godzilla and Kong draw a queen. It's over. Goodbye, Hawking. It wasn't even close. It is over. Godzilla and Kong ain't messing around. They're busting up beer glasses and picnic-style tables. It was ugly. Rotag, your thoughts?
Oh, Willie, there was nothing that was going to be happening there. That was predictable that it was going to come out. I'm only surprised that it was only a queen and not an ace knockout there, but a knockout's a knockout. Maybe they felt a little sorry for him. Whatever it is, Godzilla, Kong, one of my, Final Fours, and actually, in my semifinal or into my finals against Batman, they're going, they're showing it, they're ready to fight.
All right, now we have Andrew Jackson with the hickory stick versus the original Ghostbusters. No knockout advantage. Only a Joker will end the fight. It's going to go 3 rounds. Otherwise, Andrew Jackson, President Jackson, starts off with a 6 of clubs. The Ghostbusters counter with a 2 of diamonds. They haven't even gotten out of their station wagon yet.
That's not good.
All right. President Jackson, 5 of spades. Pretty middling shot there, and a Ghostbusters draw. A Joker! Oh, no! Dirty strike. President Jackson is knocked out.
Well, there's the first Joker that we've seen, and just like that, it can happen. Now, in this 8-9 matchup, that's the only way to get a knockout there is by having a Joker, because there is no seed advantage. And you know what? The Ghostbusters, they pull it out. That's surprising. Now, I would have not picked them for the first one with the Joker. My pick for that was actually the Joker and Harley Quinn to have the first Joker.
Well, again, we got a 2 out of 54 chance. What's that? 1 in 27. Check my math there. I think that's right. It is still a statistical option for that to show up. Full card wash after each fight. But our first Joker is out, and it comes from the Ghostbusters, who started off weak with a 2. President Jackson firmly in command, using a hickory stick, and then out of nowhere, they cross streams. Jackson's done. Okay.
Well, that definitely, it happens. That Joker comes out, and it is just like that, done. So, I'm looking forward to this next matchup where we've got the A-team going against Homer Simpson. Homer can take a punch or two, but I don't know. That's a whole team of punches. Yeah. I don't see that.
The seed difference is 9, which means an ace, king, queen, or jack will knock him out and end the fight instantly. The A-team starts off with a king of spades. Goodbye, Homer Simpson. Dope!
Yep. Homer back to the couch and drinking some Duff beer and watching the rest of the Brawl along with the rest of our Brawl Nation.
5-12 matchup. We have Mike Hager versus Mo Mitchell, the people's favorite. I don't know about you. I'm pulling for Mo, but the cards decide and the cards don't lie. 7 seed difference, which means that Mike can knock out Mo with an ace, king, or a queen and end the fight right there. Here we go. Mike Hager opens it up with the Queen of Hearts. Mo would say it ain't so. He's out.
No. I knew Hager had it, man. He is a fighter, but man, that's the hard one right there. Mo Mitchell, the one that we were really hoping for. We both had kind of rooted for him, and not making it through this round. I'm sure we'll see him back again. He'll get back into shape, and I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a run in a different tournament later on.
Okay. Michael Myers going up against Chandler with his jokes. Seed difference is greater than 10. Ace, king, queen, jack, or 10 will end the fight right now. Michael Myers opens it up with a queen. Down goes Chandler.
Well, who didn't see that coming? That was just, inevitable. As much as you want to talk about Thanos being that way, that was what we were experiencing here. There was just nothing going to happen there.
All right, Randy Johnson going up against Fortnite Jonesy. Randy Johnson's got those 3 fireballs, though. Those fastballs from Randy kill the bird. Can they take out Jonesy? He's going to need an ace, king, or queen only to get that knockout. And Randy Johnson throws the first punch or pitch, and it's a queen! Goodbye! Jonesy is done.
I did not see that one coming there. I had thought Jonesy was a better fighter than that, but you know, when you have that advantage there, then it's just going to happen.
Oh, he is out. Again, that seed advantage is really a strong advantage if there's a knockout potential, because if you draw the knockout, the other person doesn't even get a card in, it's over. And one of those fastballs obviously connected. Comes into the brawl with 3 balls. Jonesy leaves with 0.
Ouch. That's gotta hurt.
Okay, 7-10 matchup. We got the notorious Conor McGregor against the one-armed pirate with a blunderbuss and gonorrhea. Conor's actually got the advantage here, but it is ace and ace only, so this one should be a close fight. The Pirate's only got 1 shot in that blunderbuss. Can he land a joker? What do you think? He's my Final Four surprise. Can he do it? Rotag.
Listen, Willie, we go back a long time, but this is one where, you know, I don't know what you had, maybe a few too many beers or something like that when you were predicting this, because the Pirate, he just doesn't have a chance.
Okay, let's let the cards do the talking. Conor McGregor opens it up. It's the ace of diamonds! Down goes my Final Four pick. The Pirate gets disarmed. He has 0 arms now. The gonorrhea still hurts. He's out of the brawl. McGregor is through to the next round. Ace only was the knockout card to do the trick, but it's a big one.
Listen, McGregor does a lot of trash talking. There's no doubt about that. He will talk it up, but he likes that to hype it up. He gets that fight noticed, and he delivered on this one. You know, whether he'll continue to deliver or not, I don't know, but he did this time. He took out the Pirate, and I'm sorry to see one of your Final Four picks go down so early.
He's the only one that had a gun, and he did not even get a chance to draw. McGregor takes him out. To me, that is one of the more impressive knockouts I've seen, because only an ace would have given him the knockout, and he did it with that ace of diamonds.
It's impressive.
Moving on to our next fight, we got Rambo versus Mark Summers from Double Dare. Seed difference is huge. Rambo can get an ace, king, queen, jack, or 10 and end this fight immediately. But in the first round, oh no! Rambo draws a 2 of clubs. Not a strong start from Rambo. He must have tripped coming out of the bushes.
Listen, as long as Summers doesn't draw a joker, that 2's not going to matter.
All right, Summers draws a 5 of spades. Fight's still on. Mark Summers slightly ahead. Rambo's next card is the ace of clubs. He's woken up. Down goes Summers. The fight is over.
Well, like I said, unless the joker came out, it wasn't going to matter, and in which case it did not. Rambo continues to move forward. He's on to the 32 round.
Okay, going out, I see. Randy Johnson looked good to me. Conor McGregor looks strong. Of course, Godzilla. This is a strong bracket. That beer hall's getting rowdy. What do you think, Rotag?
Well, I mean, we saw knockouts from Kong. We saw knockouts from the Ghostbuster with drawing the Joker. We saw a knockout from Hagar. We saw a knockout from Myers, a knockout from Johnson, a knockout from McGregor, and a knockout from Rambo. I mean, we're talking about knockouts across the board.
That was not a lot of fights went the distance there. That was a brutal round in the beer hall.
Yeah, none of them went to the third card, and so I mean, by that logic alone, you got to go, wow, these guys are going to give us some great actions in the next round of 32 because they all came to fight. I mean, the only one that really didn't come to fight was Rambo until he finally came out in this round 2 and got his knockout right there. But, I mean, the most impressive to me, I'm going to have to go with the fact that Conor McGregor pulling an ace, and only an ace would give him the knockout, and he did. He didn't have a lot of room for wiggle room there. He came out, his trash talking, and he got it done. So that's there. Obviously, the heartbreak with Mo Mitchell getting knocked out without even getting a chance to throw a punch, that hurt too. Okay,
moving on. We are headed up north.
Stop for a second.
Sure.
I had to let the dogs in, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Let the dogs in because our fighters are about to let the dogs out.
There you go. Unfortunately, one of the things about working from home is that you have other things.
We have all been.
Text me, I want to start texting me now too. You know.
Yeah, we have all been there, Roro. We have been locked in our houses for some time. This is a fun little activity for us to do from home and bring to America. I'm looking forward to the next region. Making sure we get
Alright, I'm back at it here, trying to do my best to keep the results going. Just like that. The other thing is, hopefully next time I'll be better prepared with stuff ready to set up once I figure out how to use this better, so that way I can keep doing the numbers for us and trying to talk about when the knockouts occur and that kind of stuff too. Because
absolutely, you are the master of stats, Roro.
well, I enjoy it. You know, it goes back to my fantasy football and baseball days. So. Alright, I am ready to see what's going to happen into the North Pole, Santa's Octagon. Mr. Wild Willy, bring us the action.
Alright, Santa's Octagon. It's cold out there. The elves are going nuts. They don't get out much. They don't see a lot of this. They don't get a lot of visitors up there. And the first fight, it looks like a big time underdog here with Superman, the Man of Steel, going up against a volleyball with a face on it. Superman opens it up with the 6 of diamonds. Not a strong start from the Man of Steel. Wilson counters with the 3 of clubs. That's expected. He's a volleyball.
I was hoping that the Joker would come out there, even though I have Superman going to my Elite 8. I just wanted the upset of all upsets to happen right there. And it didn't. Maybe round 2 will give us that upset.
Alright, Superman draws the 9 of clubs. Still in the fight. Wilson draws the 5 of spades. So it looks like Wilson is going to need a high card and a low card from Superman, or he is heading back to the island. Superman, final card. 6 of clubs. It's not over yet. Superman has a total of 15, 21. Right now, Wilson's got 8. He needs a joker and a joker only. It's a 10 of clubs, a strong finish for Wilson, but he is out.
Man, he just left all of us Cinderella hopefuls deflated.
But the fact that he went the distance against Superman when he's nothing but a volleyball and tripped him at the end, obviously, that 10 for the final punch, Superman had to at least stumble, but he is through to the next round. Superman to the round of 32. Wilson.
But that's part of who Superman is. Superman is, a nice guy. He doesn't try to take things past the extreme, and so he was probably just doing enough just to win the match. Didn't want to, hurt Wilson's feelings and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, that's not going to play well as he advances on, because not everybody's going to care about feelings and being nice, and Superman better get his act together if he wants to really show how dominant he can be.
Rotag, I don't even think Superman put on the Superman costume there. That was obviously Clark Kent fighting the volleyball, but he's still through nonetheless. Closer than expected fight. Superman through to the next round. Now we have Stonewall Jackson going up against NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Let's see what happens. No knockout card here in an 8-9 matchup. Stonewall opens with the 9 of spades. NWO Hulk, ace of diamonds. So slight advantage after first round to Hollywood Hulk. Stonewall, 6 of hearts. Hollywood Hulk, 10 of diamonds. Strong finish coming in the final card. Stonewall Jackson draws the 3 of hearts. He looks like he is done. NWO Hulk, 4 of hearts. It doesn't matter. Tally that up. What do you think about that matchup? Rotag.
Well, yeah, you come out with an ace and a 10. It doesn't matter what you're throwing in the next round when the other guy's putting up 8-6-3. You're going to go ahead and take it home. And that's Hollywood. Hollywood, he showboats. He knows what's going on. But he puts on a show. He leaves it out there for the performance. But in the end, he comes up. And he beat him in each of the rounds. And that's something that not everybody has done. He beat him in the first round. He beat him in the second round. And he beat him in the third round. And that's why you're winning. That's why he's going on. He's just too sweet.
NWO, that's right. Is that the Wolfpack?
For life, my brother.
Were they a Wolfpack? Did I do a little Wolfpack thing?
Yeah, man. They did that. That was, started up there by Mr. Waltman, and he went ahead and brought it in when he was his 6 and gave it to the rest of them, and so Hollywood joined the bandwagon, and that's what they would do. They would do a little too sweet and a little tap tap.
Okay, well, Hollywood Hulk is through. Stonewall Jackson is heading home. All right, Jason Bourne versus old Clint Eastwood. Jason Bourne has a seed advantage of 9. That gives him ace, king, queen, jack knockout potential. How do you see this one going down?
Yeah, I mean, we said it. Clint Eastwood back in the day, he was good, but Bourne's going to win this. Unfortunately, I mean, I picked with my heart on this one. Clint Eastwood being a hero of my dad's, so I went with Clint Eastwood to get an upset here. But I mean, it's gonna be rough. That's not gonna most likely happen.
Okay, here we go. Jason Bourne opens with the jack of clubs. It is done. Goodbye, old Clint. Hope the prostate's doing okay.
You know what? And that's kind of the best thing that happened is get it over, get it done with early on. You know, you don't want to arouse the hopes of others that Clint Eastwood might pull this off only to, break him down in the 3rd round. Bourne just ends it quickly, puts him out nicely, and we can move on to the next one.
All right, we got World's Strongest Man, Tom, going up against old Charles Barkley. The World's Strongest Man has a seed advantage of 7. That means he can win instantly with an ace, king, or a queen, and he opens it up with a 2. 2 of clubs from the World's Strongest Man. Not a strong start. Chuck counters with a 9 of diamonds. How do you see this fight going from here?
I mean, that's absolutely incredible that Mr. Stolman, being 6'8", 384 pounds, known as the Albatross, and he is putting up the lowest card possible, a 2.
2 of clubs.
I don't know if he's got something going on. His mind is occupied by something else, but he needs to quickly change this around. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very sad night in the Stolman household.
Round mound of rebound with an advantage of 7 going into round 2. Can Tom recover? Tom's next card is the King of Hearts. Down goes Chuck. It's over.
You kind of wonder if he was just toying with him and giving Barkley false hope.
Could be, but in any case, Chuck is gone. Tom is through. That sets up a very intriguing matchup in the 2nd round. The 4-5 fight will be World's Strongest Man Tom against, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
And you're saying, Chuck and Tom, it's got me thinking about the old Adam Sandler movie Chuck and Larry with Kevin James in there. The way you're tossing around those first names with these guys like you're old buddies and pals with them.
Well, in the brawl, we're all friends until we're not.
That is true.
All right, the 3-14 matchup is Jaime Lannister with a sword versus Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell. Let's see how it goes down. Lannister opens it up with the 7 of diamonds. Belding counters with the Queen of Hearts. Belding with a 3 advantage going into the 2nd round. We did not see this one coming. That's my final 4 pick.
Listen, you're in trouble here. You already got one that went down, and if another one goes down here, watch out.
This would be the upset of the tournament if Belding can keep it up and knock out Lannister, who's got a sword. All Belding has is those detention slips. Can he keep it going? Lannister's 2nd card, the 5 of spades. Belding draws an 8 of hearts, 18-12 going into round 3. What do you see happening? Are we really going to witness this 3 versus 14 upset? Rotag.
Listen, I can already see the eraser going across your bracket trying to somehow switch and put in, somebody else instead of Lannister because the upset is here. It is happening. It is going to be Belding taking this. Come on, Mr. Belding. Saved by the Bell. Lannister is not going to get saved by the Bell.
Lannister needs a knockout. Lannister needs this to be a high card. Lannister draws a 9 of diamonds. He's in trouble. Belding draws a 4 of clubs. It's 22 for Belding. It's 21 for Lannister. Lannister is done in the 1st round.
Holy my goodness. What did we just witness?
Mr. Belding takes out Jaime Lannister 22-21. He didn't have much left in the tank with that 4 of clubs for his final draw. Lannister tried to come back. 9 is not good enough for the knockout. What a fight. What a matchup. Going 3 rounds in Santa's Octagon. What do you hear from the elves?
Listen, they are all saying the entire fight, I heard them chanting, take him to school. Take him to school. And that's what Belding did. He took him to school. Lannister could not get saved by the bell. It is over for him. And it seems like it might be over for Mr. Willy's bracket going on now because
I'm done.
2 of his final 4s are busted already.
I'm done. I had the Pirate as a Cinderella. I had Lannister as one of the heavy hitters, and the only one with a sword in that bracket. The only one with any sort of weapon. He's out. Belding's in. My goodness. Someone call up some help for Jaime Lannister on Zach Morris's huge, giant mobile phone. It's over. I cannot believe it. I still do not believe what has happened here in Santa's Octagon.
That is what makes the brawl the brawl. It is an exciting entertainment. You don't know what's going to happen because at any point somebody could just kind of poop the bed here and not end up winning. And this is what happened right here. Lannister had a chance. It's not like Belding drew, like the Ghostbusters and got a Joker. And they just, somehow magically won it. No. Belding didn't do that. He fought strong, Queen, 8. But then, even the 4 wasn't that great at the end. But Lannister, he just didn't put it together. His entire fight, he just kind of, sat there and toyed around, and it came back to bite him. That he didn't just put the knockout in at any of those steps that he could have.
Statistically, the odds were decidedly in Lannister's favor. He needed, at any point, had he drawn an ace, king, queen, jack, or 10, or joker, Lannister could have knocked out Belding at any of those points. He toyed with him, and now he's out. And he's heading back to Casterly Black.
He's going to have to come back in, another tournament here and get some redemption because right now, it's not looking like he should have been a 3 seed.
It is not looking good. When he gets back to Casterly Rock, Tywin Lannister, his dad, is going to give him a talking to. It's ugly. He has shamed the Lannister name, and he is out of this tournament. That was the most dramatic.
If I smell what you're cooking, you're going to tell me that we're going to the 6-11 matchup with The Rock versus Ronaldo.
That is correct, and The Rock can get a knockout with an ace, king, or a queen. Let's see what happens. The Rock draws a jack. Ronaldo's still in it. Ronaldo draws a 3. Next is the 8 of hearts from The Rock. Strong 18 so far. 6 of spades from Ronaldo. It is 18-9 going into the final fight. Final round.
It does not look good for the soccer star, Mr. Ronaldo. Him of the Big Adam's apple, as Mr. Wild Willy informed us in the pre-show.
Yeah, he does have a monstrous Adam's apple. Oh, and it's a 10 from The Rock. Not a knockout, but strong nonetheless. 8 from Ronaldo. Goodbye, Ronaldo. The Rock is through.
Yeah, 28-17. That's just, it's not a close fight. Ronaldo got better each round. The problem is The Rock was just consistently strong the entire way through, just like the performances he delivers in his movies.
Okay, that is it for that round. Nope, we got the 7-10 matchup. We have John Cena going up against Murtaugh. Let's see if Detective Murtaugh can take it down.
I know that you're excited, Mr. Willy, to get out of this bracket because it didn't go well with Lannister and you're wanting to move in and get Thanos' inevitable victories. But we got to finish off, like you said, with Cena Murtaugh, and then we got the Terminator versus that, poor little 6 trader.
I know. I just want to get out of Santa's Octagon has not been kind to my bracket. It has been really a cold reception up here at the North Pole for my picks. Here we go. Play the music for John Cena. He needs an ace, and an ace only will be a knockout for him. This is a pretty even fight against Detective Roger Murtaugh. Cena draws a queen of hearts. Murtaugh counters with the Joker! Down goes Cena! It's over! Murtaugh is through.
Wow, wow, wow. You know what? I guess he is not too old for this stuff. He is not too old indeed. He pulls the one card that can really just save his day. And you know what?
Man,
you got to take your hat off to him. That was not an easy matchup going into it, and yet he did what he needed.
And it's not like he took a weak punch either. He took a full 10 punch in the first card from John Cena, but then countered with a dirty move. What do you think that dirty move was that knocked him out of the tournament?
I don't know, but maybe he kind of, distracted him. Or you know what? Back in one of the Lethal Weapon movies, Mel Gibson, he's out there, he's dancing around. He has Murtaugh go out in his little boxers when the guy's lighting everything on fire. And you know what? He gives his partner the shot on him, blows up the tank, and they, right away. So I think that's kind of the thing that might have happened is maybe Murtaugh just came out in his boxers and Cena, wasn't prepared for that.
It is cold up there in Santa's Octagon, and we have another upset pick. Murtaugh's through, smaller upset, but it could be Cinderella story up there at the North Pole. Finally, the 2-15 matchup. Arnold, the Terminator, versus the vaping 6th grader. Arnold opens it up with the Queen of Spades. Down goes the 6th grader. It's over before it even begins.
I mean, that's what you expected to happen. This vaping 6th grader, he is, not John Connor. He is not, going to be able to redeem himself like in G2. This is not what's going to happen. And I know that was a different Terminator, with the Liquid Metal Man chasing after him and Arnold more the hero that round. But regardless of this 6th grader, he's not John Connor. The Terminator takes him out. He's done.
Okay. Heading to our final region, going to Rome, heading to this Coliseum. We got Thanos against Kermit the Frog. Let's just get right into it.
Man, you quickly jumped right out of that one. You didn't want to even stick around and talk about impressive performances. So we'll go ahead and move on. I know that you're hurting from your Lannister pick. So yes, take us right away to the Coliseum.
Okay, to the Coliseum. Thanos draws as his first card the Joker. He doesn't even mess around. That is a dirty hit from Thanos to squash Kermit the Frog. I don't think Kermit's coming out of there with a pulse. Kermit is done.
This, I don't know, is either the best thing or the worst thing that I've seen. I mean, that is just unbelievable that it would happen with a number 1 seed going up against a number 16 seed and basically can knock out with anything, and yet they still pull a dirty move and bring out that Joker. Thanos might be inevitable if he's going to be playing like that. You're right.
Any one of those cards could have ended it cleanly, but Thanos, he is extra right there, as the kids are saying these days. Okay, here's your pick. Your sleeper pick. In the 8-9 matchup, we got Buffy versus Andre the Giant. Anything can happen. No knockout cards. We should see all 3 rounds here. Buffy opens it up with the 9 of clubs. Andre the Giant counters with the Queen of Hearts. Slight edge going into round 2. Second card, Buffy draws the Ace of Hearts. Andre the Giant counters with the 5 of clubs. So going to the final card, it's 20 for Buffy. It's 15 for Andre the Giant.
Man, I am not liking that second of Andre, man. He got a little winded, it looks like, and it's not showing that he is that giant that I thought he was.
Somebody get the man a beer. Buffy, Queen of Clubs, Joker, and Joker only will keep Andre in this tournament. It's the King of Clubs. It doesn't matter. Buffy is through to the next round.
I mean, Buffy was absolutely magnificent here. That might have been just as impressive, if not more impressive, than McLean was over in the Wrigley division, because she drew a 9, and then Andre came with Queen, so she was down, but she came back Ace, Queen, and that was enough because Andre fell asleep, got winded, I don't know what happened, tagged in a mystery partner in the round 2, drawing that 5. That just didn't help his case. So, yeah, a nice 30-25 victory for Buffy. Andre, one of my Elite Eights. Actually, no, he was in my Final Four too. So my Final Four now has been busted already in the first round. And so I can feel some of the pain that you did as well when you had yours busted a little bit as well, really.
All right. So here we go to Joker and Harley Quinn. 9 advantage. That means Joker can't get a knockout with a Ace, King, Queen, or Jack. Joker and Harley Quinn draw a 2 of diamonds to start, and the janitor with the mop counters with the 2 of spades. So a weak start to both of those competitors.
Apparently, none of them want to be in the brawl. They just want to be out. The
Maybe
joke's on all of us.
Maybe they got some jet lag from the flight to Rome. Who knows? Joker and Harley Quinn come out with an 8 of diamonds, and the janitor counters with the 2 of hearts. One of the weaker fights so far. It's 10-4 going into the final card.
I really hope that Joker and Harley Quinn do not knock out the janitor, because I want to see the janitor draw a third 2. Trips 2. You cannot get worse than that.
There's only one.
Not throwing a punch.
There's only 1-2 left in the deck, considering that the Joker and Harley started with 2 as well. And the final card, the Joker and Harley Quinn draw a 4 of hearts. There's not much hope left for the janitor, but it still exists. It's the 10 of spades. It is a
tie.
It's a tie. We're going to a 4th card. We're going to OT in this fight. None of them are really fighting well. The janitor wakes up and hits him with the mop. It's going to a 4th and final card. How do you see this one ending?
I mean, I'm just laughing, and I don't, maybe it's the fact that it's the Joker and he's giving me some laughing gas, but this is just comical at this point that, the janitor draws an exact tie. We've got our first tie in the rounds here. And so, yeah, I mean, Joker and Harley, they better wake up. This is no laughing matter. This is OT. They're going to lose to a janitor. And, I don't know. Let's see what the cards say.
Even fight. Here we go. 4th card coming for the Joker and Harley Quinn. They draw the Ace of Hearts. It's over. Sudden death for the janitor. Heartbreak for Cinderella.
Well, they finally decided to stop joking around, and they pulled it out. And you know what? This is typical Joker fashion right there. That is typical Joker. Thinks everything's just a joke and doesn't, want to go ahead and do what he needs to do just to get it over with early on. He just toys with them and thinks it's all just a good time.
All right, moving on. We got Mike Tyson versus Gaston. Tyson can get a knockout with an ace, king, or a queen. Here we go. Tyson's first punch is a 3 of clubs.
Are we sure this is Mike Tyson, in his prime, or is this current day Mike Tyson? Because that 3 is weak.
It's supposed to be in his prime, but it's looking pretty weak. Gaston draws a 7 of clubs. Going into the second round, Gaston decidedly has the edge. Tyson's second card is the 8 of diamonds, starting to wake up. Gaston draws the 6 of spades, so it is 11-13. Gaston going into the final card. Final card coming. Tyson draws the king of clubs. It is over. Gaston is knocked out. Tyson is through in a closer than expected fight.
Well, I don't know. Tyson must have thought that he was getting paid per round and not just per match, because he took a little bit longer with that knockout, but he eventually came through, and so he will get his winning share of the fight.
Here we go. Heading to the next matchup, we got an effing Tiger versus Old Man Boosie. I do not see this ending well. Although in my bracket, I'm looking at it, I actually picked Boosie. I don't know what I was doing to make these picks. I don't see this ending well. I regret that pick before the card is even drawn.
I was going to say, because in the pregame we were both talking about how we literally couldn't see a death here with...
I think it very well could be. We already have seen one death in this arena with Kermit the Frog getting jokered by Thanos. I do not see Kermit surviving that. I am highly skeptical of my pick here, but let's see what happens. The Tiger opens it up with a king of spades. Boosie's done. Goodbye. Tiger strike.
Rip Gary Busey, 6/25/2021 in the brawl.
Tiger is through. I had a perfect bracket going until there in that region, but the Tiger has ruined it. All right, here's one of the more intriguing matchup. A dad with a big old Bowie knife versus Ronda Rousey. The dad can get a knockout with an ace, king, or a queen. Let's see how this fight progresses. The dad's first card is an 8 of clubs. Ronda counters with a 4 of clubs. Second card for the dad, a 5 of spades. Ronda counters with a jack of spades. So it is 13-14 going into the final card. It's a close fight as we expected and anticipated. Final card coming. The dad draws a 3 of diamonds. Ronda Rousey, ace of clubs. Ronda is through. Dad is done. Put it in the fanny pack. It's over for the dad with the knife.
Yeah, I mean, I called that earlier in the pre-show. I saw Ronda Rousey doing it, and this makes our female competitors, who all happen to be in this region, are 3 for 3, with Harley winning and Buffy winning, and now Ronda Rousey winning as well. So, kudos to them.
Here we go. LeBron James versus the Entourage crew. An ace only will be a knockout for LeBron. LeBron opens it up with a 3 of spades.
That's my boy Hollywood, LeBron.
The Entourage crew, 6 of diamonds. LeBron's second punch is a king of hearts. King James draws the king. Entourage counters with the 5 of hearts, so it is 13-11 going into the final card. LeBron's final card, 3 of hearts. The Entourage crew, 7 of diamonds. 16 for LeBron, 18 for the Entourage crew. Down goes LeBron. Entourage is through.
I am clapping. There were 2 matchups that I wanted to see. I wanted to see Batman demolish Stephen A. Smith, and it happened. And then I wanted to see Entourage take out LeBron. And to be honest, the Entourage did what I thought they would do. They threw some 6s and 5s and 7s. Nothing spectacular. They didn't have any big punches or crazy kicks going on. They were just consistently just annoying to LeBron, and it was enough that LeBron said, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to move on to something else. I got other issues that I want to go, work out with. And so
it was 4 on 1 there, Rotag. It was 4 on 1, but LeBron needs to call a ref. There's no foul. The game's over. The buzzer sounded. Entourage is through. LeBron's going on. Final matchup in round 1. We got SEAL Team 6 versus the Shermanator. SEAL Team 6 opens it up with a 2 of diamonds. The Shermanator draws an 8 of diamonds.
What is going on in this bracket right now? I mean,
SEAL Team 6 has so many cards to end this right now. SEAL Team 6, second card, 8 of spades. The Shermanator draws an 8 of clubs. It is 16-10 Shermanator going to the final card. Can we see the biggest upset of the tournament? Rotag.
You know what? I have SEAL Team 6 advancing to my Elite 8. However, I am hoping for the upset, and I don't say that lightly because I'm not a Shermanator fan, but I'm just thinking in my head, let's get an upset. Let's see a big change here. Come on, Shermanator. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, know what? I'm rooting for SEAL Team 6. I never liked the Shermanator. Let's see what happens with the final card. SEAL Team 6 draws a queen. It's over. Goodbye, Shermanator. You made it interesting. But in the third and final round, SEAL Team 6 took it down. Down goes the Shermanator. That lasted a lot longer than I anticipated.
That's what she said.
Oh, and Rotag goes there. So, heading into the second round matchup, we have 32 competitors left standing. What were your biggest takeaways? Rotag.
Well, I mean, we saw a lot of action going on. A couple of near upsets that happened there. I'm seeing some strong competitors that are still there. Top performances to me still have to be John McClane and Buffy, both of them in their 8-9 matchups, really coming in strong and fighting all the way through. We saw some big-time knockouts right away in the beginning from people like Maximus and Batman, even Randy Johnson, taking out. So there's any number of things that can happen as we move into the next round of 32.
Okay, my shock of the tournament still has to be Mr. Belding taking out Jaime Lannister with a Belding unarmed, Lannister with the sword. I don't see how that happened, but it did. Let's see what happens. We're heading back to Wrigley Field, where Darth Vader is about to take on John McClane. Seed difference is an 8. Seed difference is 7, which means that Vader can knock him out with an ace, king, or queen. Here we go. Vader's first card is a 9 of clubs. McClane draws a 10 of spades. McClane with a slight edge. Vader's next card. 3 of diamonds. He must be thinking about Queen Padme, because this is getting ugly here. McLean draws a 2 of spades. Couldn't take advantage. It is 12-12 going into the final round. What do you see happening here?
Well, I mean, to be honest, we saw this earlier from Darth Vader. He didn't really do well against, Betty White. She actually had a chance there. And so the fact that McLean, who came out strong again, but then that 2, that is not McLean-like. So if McLean comes back with, another face card or 10, he's got a good chance of winning this because, personally, I don't think Vader's that interested in the tournament. He's got other things on his mind.
Obviously, Vader's final card. The Joker! Oh no! We're not going to see any sequels to Die Hard. It's done. Goodbye, McLean.
Taking a play out of Thanos' book and being a #1 seed and pulling the Joker. Wow, that is just dirty. No wonder why both of those are villains in their world and in our world of the Brawl, because they're pulling out Jokers when they don't need to. And, that's just the kind of people that they are. And so that's why, I'm rooting against both of them, personally.
Okay, Vader, dirty strike on McLean, forced choke, lightsaber, that is, I have no words. He didn't need to do that. McLean has been such a good competitor, and Vader just took him out. It's over. Vader's to the Sweet 16. Here we have an intriguing matchup. No knockout card. We got Brian Mills against Maximus. Mills draws a 4 of clubs. Maximus, 10 of clubs. Mills draws 5 of diamonds. Maximus, ace of clubs. 21-9 going into the final card. Joker and Joker alone will save Mills, and so he could save his daughter later. It's a 6 of clubs. Maximus draws the Queen of spades. Maximus is through to the Sweet 16. Mills is out.
Maximus, strong round of 31, and Mills, man, he did not put up much of a fight there. I mean, that is, kind of a weak 15 from him. Would have expected more, but he is now taken out of this tournament.
I see what you did there. All right, here we have the Cleveland Browns going up against Phil with a 9-iron. There's a seed difference of 8, which means an ace, king, queen, or jack will knock out Phil, and he will be cut from this field. The Browns open with a 5 of hearts. Phil draws the queen of clubs. The Browns' second hit is a king of clubs. The Browns are through. Phil is done.
I thought it was quite interesting that Mickelson had the queen of clubs, figuring, golf clubs. But then the Browns, they decided, all right, we'll go ahead and take these clubs and use them ourselves. So, yeah.
Yep, they're done. They disarmed Phil. They sent Phil home. He's out. All right, next matchup is Indiana Jones versus Batman. Ace, king, or queen will end the fight instantly for Batman. This is your pick to win the whole thing. Do you think that Indy has a shot at the upset?
Well, I mean, sure, Indiana Jones has been known to tackle on some crazy things, and so, of course, that could happen. But, Batman, he's just too skilled, too strong, too smart. He's going to continue to press on. I'm not worried in the slightest. All
right, here we go. Batman's first card, 5 of hearts. Indiana Jones draws a 4 of hearts. Batman's second card, Joker. Indy's done. Dirty strike from Batman. Maybe he figures that's what he needs to win this region.
You know what? I mean, I cannot applaud that. I cannot say that is the right thing to do by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I can't help but maybe think that was just something left over from one of his battles with the Joker, and he just happened to have that card on him, and that was not something that he meant to play. But, it helps him get on to the next round, so whatever it takes, I'm with you, Bats.
All right, so the Sweet 16. 4 teams have punched their ticket. It is straight paint, straight chalk going in this bracket. We got almost straight chalk. Maximus came out as a 5 seed. We got Vader versus Maximus and the Browns versus Batman.
That is a great story there. I've got to stop for a second as my dogs need to go out again. I apologize.
Very well. I will make sure that this deck is shuffled as we head back to Munich. You let me know when you're back.
wants to sponsor our show, and I can talk about how great the product is and how it lets me keep doing my work, so my dogs can go out free whenever they want. So
that is right.
Person that owns, a company that has doggy doors for sliders and stuff. Let us up.
We would love to advertise for you, and Tyree would probably buy your product, and be a great spokesperson. Rotag would be a great spokesperson there.
Well, really, the action is heating up. Things we can tell are brewing. We've already got our 4 Sweet 16 teams ready to go in there. We're ready to go on to the next region there and see who are the next 4 that are going to be enjoying the sweet victory.
All right.
Round 2.
We got Godzilla and Kong going up against the Ghostbusters. Let's see if they can knock out these monsters. It is an ace, king, queen, or jack knockout potential for Godzilla, and Godzilla and Kong open with the queen. The Ghostbusters are done. Godzilla and Kong are through. As quickly as it began, the Ghostbusters are busted.
Well, I can't say that's a surprise because, like I said, they've been, strong in the first round. They're strong again. They're one of my top teams. That's why I'm going to the finals against Batman, and it just continues to show they are a number 1 seed for a reason.
Okay, we got the A-Team going up against Mike Hager. No advantage. A-Team's first card, Ace of Hearts. Mike counters with the 8 of Hearts. Aces and 8s. It's going to be a battle to the end here. Second card for the A-Team is a King of Hearts. Big slicks so far. Ace King suited for the A-Team with the first cards, coming out strong in round 2. And Mike counters with the Jack of Hearts. So it is 21-18. Anybody's fight going to the final cards. Both of these matchups are very strong. How do you see this ending?
Listen, I got Hager. He's going to make the comeback here in the last round. He's, getting stronger. The A-Teams went down. They went from an ace to a king. So they're slowing up. They're showing their age. Hager 8, and then goes up to the Jack. He is getting stronger. I'm looking for a great finish to this. Maybe a 1-point total differential in the form of Hager getting the win.
Here we go, Ro. The A-Team draws a 7 of clubs. Very respectable. And Hager draws a 5 of spades. There, he is out. The A-Team is punching their ticket to the Sweet 16 in a matchup against Godzilla and Kong in the Hofbräu house.
Clearly, I did not see that coming. If those cards were reversed, we would have ended up with a tie at 25-25, but instead, the A-Team, even though they continue to slide down, Hager apparently mustered all his strength in the round 2 and couldn't get it done in round 3. 28-23. A-Team takes the victory.
Here we go in an intriguing fight. Michael Myers going up against Randy Johnson and his 3 baseballs. It's a 3-6 matchup. Ace only will be a knockout for Mike Myers. Randy can fire some fireballs. Maybe he's got a joker in there somewhere. Let's see what happens. Myers opens it up with a 7 of diamonds. Randy counters with a 10 of clubs. He hit him in the first round. Let's see if he could keep. He's got 2 more balls. Let's see if he could use them. Second hit from Myers is a 4 of spades, not bringing his A game. Randy Johnson, 6 of diamonds. So going into the final round, it is 16-11 in favor of Randy Johnson.
This is interesting. Michael Myers, if he wants a sequel and continuing on in this, he's got to go up with something big here. Maybe that ace will come and he'll get his knockout and he'll be ready to go on. All
right, final card for Myers is an 8 of diamonds. Johnson draws a 4 of hearts. So it is 19. If I've done my math right, you got to check me, Ro. It's 19 for Myers. It's 20 for Randy Johnson.
Listen, I had Randy Johnson out in the first round, and my math I've been checking ever since then to make sure that he was supposed to still be in there, and you're right. 19-20, Randy Johnson fires it up with those fastballs and moves on.
It wasn't pretty, but Michael Myers is done, and Randy Johnson is through to the Sweet 16. Now we have...
I feel a little bit safer with Randy Johnson out there than than Mike Myers anyway, so, I mean, I think that's probably good for all of us.
I think it is. I don't know if anybody wants to sit next to Mike Myers at Hofbrauhaus because he's definitely not dead. He is definitely still out there. He just happened to come up short against Randy Johnson and his fireballs.
That's why you love the brawl. Anything can happen. Something that you would not predict. Randy Johnson taking down Mike Myers.
He does have 3 baseballs. Here we go. Conor McGregor versus Rambo. See difference in a 7-2 matchup. Rambo can get a knockout with an ace, king, or a queen. Rambo's first punch against Notorious is a 7 of clubs. McGregor counters with the king of spades. Rambo's second punch, 5 of hearts. McGregor, 8 of clubs. It is 18-12. McGregor heading to the final card. Final card coming. 6 for Rambo. The Joker for McGregor. Oh no! Rambo's done. McGregor is through.
I mean, McGregor is putting on the performance of a lifetime right now. Not that he was not favored in his first round against the Pirate, but the Pirate had a gun, and he didn't even give him a chance. He knocked him out right away. And now, he's taking out Rambo. I mean, McGregor is doing work right now. He is clearly somebody to be reckoned with.
All right, so this final 4 in this region punched their ticket to Sweet 16. We got Godzilla and Kong versus the A-Team, and a surprise matchup, we got Randy Johnson versus Conor McGregor in the other.
Yeah, not a lot of people, I'm sure, would have predicted that to happen for sure.
So we got 1-4 versus 6 and 7. What do you say we head to Santa's Octagon again?
You know what, I'm not so sure that you want to go back there. It didn't play well for you the first time around, so you've got a lot of hope here to try and get something to work out because it was not looking good for you.
You are certainly right about that, but let's see if anything has changed. Here we go. We got Superman versus NWO Hulk. Superman can get the knockout with an ace, king, queen, or jack. Here we go. Superman draws. An ace of hearts. Hollywood is done. Superman is through. Not messing around this time.
You know what? Apparently he saw Hollywood as the villain and was not wasting any time, whereas he went a little bit easier on Wilson. So I'm really shocked by that. But you know what? Hollywood, go back to doing what you do, bud. Keep it going, too sweet. We'll catch you later.
Okay, definitely Superman showing up and not Clark Kent in that matchup. Superman's the Sweet 16. Now we have our 4-5 fight. We got Jason Bourne against world's strongest man, Tom. Bourne opens it up with a 6 of hearts. Tom draws the king of diamonds. Bourne draws the 4 of clubs. Ace of spades from Tom. He is bringing the fight to Jason Bourne. Bourne needs a joker.
He is showing why he is the strongest man. In the first round, we were a little bit worried about him because he was, kind of toying around with Barkley until the end. Now, he knows that he is in a fight, that, Bourne is not somebody to be messed with, and Strowman he's coming alive out there.
Oh, Bourne draws a queen of hearts, but it's not going to be enough. Joker! He didn't even need to do anything like that. The fight was already over, but the world's strongest man just gave Bourne another bout of amnesia.
Wow, that is the best he could have ever been said, Mr. Willie there. You are correct. It didn't need to happen. He could have thrown a 2 and just, finger tapped him, poke him doom, and instead, he does a dirty move there. That's not going to get the elves happy there.
Oh.
They're not going to like that. That is going to put him on the naughty list for sure.
Oh, he is. I see Santa himself is glaring at Tom. It is not a pleasant thing there. They respected Bourne's moxie. It was a decent fight, and it did not need to end that way. Right at the bell, he million-dollar babies freaking Jason Bourne. Jesus Christ, Bourne is down. I still haven't seen him get up yet. This is something you really don't like to see. Rotag.
Yeah, no, I mean, we want, nice sportsmanship here, and I I mean, I've not watched a lot of the strongman competitions recently, so I can't tell you if Stolman is, normally this way, but I gotta say that is not what we want to continue to see from him. Although, to be fair, my Batman pulled out a Joker too. Now, it wasn't that he didn't necessarily need it at that point, or in this case, this was really the dirtiest of dirty times to pull it out.
Here we go. Can Cinderella's run continue? We got 14 seed Mr. Belding going up against The Rock. The Rock can get a knockout with an ace, king, queen, or jack. Can the Cinderella run continue? Here we go with this matchup. The Rock pulls out an ace of diamonds. Belding's done. Goodbye, Bayside. Belding. The Rock is through.
Well, just that quick. It happens, Cinderella. It's time for a new fairy tale because, Belding, you are history.
All right.
Miss Bliss will teach him that.
Final matchup in this region, we have Detective Murtaugh going up against the Terminator. There's a seed difference of 8. That means ace, king, queen, or jack will do it for Arnold. The Terminator pulls out a king of hearts. It's done. Murtaugh's finished. He is terminated. Hasta la vista, Detective Murtaugh. The Terminator's through.
I didn't even get a chance to say that, man, there's going to be a lot of people rooting for Murtaugh in this one. A man that just continues to fight, and you're like, all right, this is somebody you can get behind. And you know what? The Terminator does not even give us a chance of that. He just goes right through and annihilates him.
Yeah, the Terminator must have seen Murtaugh draw that Joker in round 1, because he did not want to see that happen to him. He did not let Murtaugh use that special move. He was not intimidated by the boxers and the dancing. It's over. Terminator through. So that final bracket is Superman versus World's Strongest Man Tom, and The Rock versus Terminator. Who do you see coming out of that?
Well, I've got the Terminator. I got him all the way into my Final Four, so he's not showing me that he has slowed down at all. I mean, he just completely annihilated Murtaugh there. And then, in the first round with the vaping Straighter, he also knocked him out as well. And he's only getting stronger. The first time he knocked out with a queen, now he's knocking out with a king. Watch out, Terminator is coming for you, Rock.
Final bracket, heading to the Coliseum. Thanos taking on Buffy. Thanos can get a knockout with an ace, king, or a queen. Let's see what happens. Thanos' first card, the 9 of clubs. Buffy draws the Queen of Spades. Thanos' second card, the 3 of Spades. Buffy draws the Queen of Clubs. Queens coming up for one of the few female competitors left in the field. What do you see happening here? It is 20-12 going to the last card.
Well, I tell you what, your inevitable Thanos that, wanted to pull a Joker in the first round on Kermit the Frog, which was arguably the dirtiest move up until the point of what we just saw happening, with Mr. Stolman. I gotta say, I think Buffy is gonna pull this upset, and she is going to change the inevitable.
Here we go. Final card coming. It is a king! Thanos knocks out Buffy. The Cinderella run is over. The upset is finished. Thanos is through. Thanos survives.
That is heartbreaking. I had Buffy going down to my Giant in the first round anyways, but I had my Giant taking out Thanos. And so when Buffy was fighting Thanos, I was rooting for her. And when she had Queen, you thought, man, this could happen. And she might have drawn a third Queen there. But Thanos, with the seed advantage there, taking the advantage of his knockout card with the King, and ending it before even a third round Buffy chance.
All right, here's a 2-on-1 fight, but no seed advantage. We got Joker and Harley Quinn versus Mike Tyson. The Joker and Harley Quinn's first card is a Jack of Diamonds. Tyson counters with a 9 of Clubs. Joker and Harley Quinn draw a King of Clubs for their second card. A Joker from Tyson, and down goes the Joker and Harley Quinn. There's some ear biting going on. There's some uppercuts. Tyson may have even worked in a headbutt, but it doesn't matter. Tyson is through. The Joker and Harley Quinn are out.
Yeah, I mean, wow, Joker getting jokered. How, poetic is that?
Okay, here we have 3-seed Tiger going up against 11-seed Ronda Rousey. Let's hope we don't see any more fatalities in the Coliseum. I kind of like. I'm rooting for Ronda here. That Tiger is. The effing Tiger shouldn't even be in this brawl. It's. I don't know about him. He's. I don't like the Tiger's presence here. I did not like what he did to Boosie. I'm kind of scared to see what happens for Ronda.
Yeah, no, Ronda Rousey definitely more trained than Busey in fighting, and especially at her prime versus his age now. So she's got a much better chance. But man, Tigers, I tell you what, I don't know.
I wouldn't want to fight a Tiger, but that's why no one will remember my name.
Want to fight a Tiger.
That's right. That's right. Okay, here we go. 3 versus 11 matchup. The Tiger draws a Queen of Spades. Ronda is out. Tiger is through. Let's hope that she survived that. I did not. It was too much to watch.
Man, the Tiger drawing a queen, knocking out a queen herself. That's just, nobody's happy about this. I mean, even all the, haters that sometimes can get on Ronda Rousey, you can't be rooting for a Tiger to, do that. So that's just not what we want to see. Somebody's got to stop this Tiger.
Well, we'll see if one of these can do it. They'll have the right to face the Tiger in the next round. We got Entourage versus SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, I had this predicted in the first round in my bracket. I had Entourage versus SEAL Team 6, and so I got SEAL Team 6 winning this in my bracket. So, Entourage, they did good. They took out LeBron for me, but their run is over. Their show is canceled. It's time for SEAL Team 6 to continue to move on and take out that Tiger for us.
All right, here, SEAL Team 6 draws a 9 of clubs. Remember, there's a seed differential of 8, which means an ace, king, a queen, or jack will end it for SEAL Team 6. And the Entourage crew counters with the Jack of Spades. They take the slight edge. Next card coming. SEAL Team 6 draws the Joker. It's over. They put the submission hold on Entourage, and in a squad-based battle here, SEAL Team 6 takes it. Entourage is out.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. That's surprising. I would not have expected them to use it, just like I didn't expect Batman to use it. But it just goes to show you how badly these individuals, these teams, want to win this first brawl. I mean, they want to win it, that they're willing to pull out all the stops, reach deep, find that hard chance Joker in the deck and get it out there and use it. And so, you know what? I would say I'm sorry, but you know what? I figure they have a better chance against the Tiger, so I'm glad to see them advancing. Okay,
here we go. Our Sweet 16 is set. We have Vader, Maximus, the Cleveland Browns, and Batman. We have Godzilla and Kong, the A-Team, Randy Johnson, and Conor McGregor. We have Superman, Tom Stoltman, The Rock, and the Terminator. And we have Thanos, Tyson, a Tiger, and SEAL Team 6.
It's shaping up for a very sweet Sweet 16 for sure. This is a battle that any one of these competitors could win. There is not one that you go, man, I don't really see that person, being able to pull this out. All these very true to form can end up winning this.
Okay, so let's hear a word from our sponsors. Just kidding, we don't have sponsors, as Rotag already said. Let's just get right back into the action. Let's go back to Chicago. Let's go back to Wrigley Field. We got Darth Vader facing off against Maximus.
Well, this is to, determine who goes to the Elite Eight. I, have Darth Vader with this. I know you have Maximus coming out and being the one that takes Vader down finally. Vader's been kind of toying around with everybody a little bit too much. We'll see if he does that with Maximus. It could be the end of Vader's time.
Here we go. A differential of 4 in the seedings, which means Vader's knockout cards are an ace or a king only. Here we go. Vader opens it up with an ace! Ace of spades! Maximus is out.
Well, I don't think that we should be coming to you after the broadcast for the Lucky Lotto numbers because your predictions just are not working out.
It is over for Wild Willy here. My bracket is completely busted. Vader has taken out my championship contender. Maximus performed so well, but didn't even get a chance. The force was too strong with Darth. Now we have the Cleveland Browns versus Batman. No advantage here. No knockout cards other than Jokers.
No, and I think that's wrong. I think Batman has proven himself that he should have more power to that. But you know what? The tournament breaks down the way it does, and so
there are over 50. There are over 50 guys on that roster. Rotag.
Listen, but most of them are henchmen level at best. And, you know, Batman deals with much bigger problems than henchmen. Come on now.
All right, well, let's see how they do. Batman's first card is a 3 of diamonds. The Browns counter with a 5 of hearts. It's looking rather middling so far.
Listen, when that 3 came out, I about, cried. And then when the Browns came out with only 5, I said, all right, Batman can come back from this. It wasn't, throwing out a king or something like that would have been really tough to come back from.
All right, here we go. Batman's second card is the 10 of hearts. And the Browns, Queen of Spades. So it's 15-13 Browns going into the final card. Batman draws the Joker! The second time in a row, he just speeds through and demolishes the entire Cleveland Browns team. Batman is into the Elite Eight.
My heart was feeling sorrowful. I was very sad. I know I said earlier, as long as he beats Stephen A. Smith, I'd be okay with him losing. But that's not true. I want Batman to win. I want to be the person that predicted the winner right in the very first brawl here on the Rotag and Willy show. And you know what? If it takes a Joker and I have to get that lucky to make it happen, by golly, I am taking the Joker. And we are happy with that, and we will see you into the Elite Eight.
Here we go. Batman and Vader, 1 versus 2 matchup coming in the Elite Eight. Good for them, but we are going to now head over to the Hofbräuhaus, back to Deutschland, to see Godzilla and Kong take on the A-Team. Godzilla and Kong have an ace-only advantage. Anybody's game. The cards are shuffled. Godzilla and Kong draw the King of Spades. The A-Team counter with a 2 of Spades. It's not looking good for the A-Team. They need to get back in the van and find some other weapons.
I think that's the first time that, Kong and Godzilla got any action back towards them, because I think they got 2 first-round knockouts
They did.
earlier. And the punch that they suffer is like 2, the weakest punch you can throw. They are not feeling any sort of, fear at all. They're going to continue to dominate.
Mr. T needs to find some of that jewelry and hit Kong with it, because it's not looking good. Godzilla and Kong draw a 6 of diamonds, and the A-Team draws a 6 of spades. So it is 16-8 going into the third round. It's not looking good. Godzilla and Kong's final card is a Joker. They didn't even need to do that. Oh, no!
The Jokers are getting like crazy. Are you sure that deck is not stacked with Jokers? Because we're seeing them fly left and right. I mean, it is absolutely incredible how many dirty plays we have seen to either win it or not even when it was needed to win it, and they still are pulling them out. I tell you what, this shows they want to win this.
There are only 2 in the deck. 54 card deck, 2 Jokers. That's it. But with 3 rounds, there's a lot more chances for that Joker to pop up. Here we go. Next battle in the Hofbräuhaus. No advantage here. We got Randy Johnson, the 6th seed, going against Conor McGregor, the 7. Randy's first strike is an 8 of hearts. Conor McGregor counters with a King of Hearts. Randy throws the 3 of spades, losing steam. McGregor throws the Joker! Oh, it's out again!
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
Who could have possibly anticipated the amount of Jokers being thrown here? People are fighting dirty in the Hofbräuhaus. But we have a final matchup there of Godzilla versus Conor McGregor. Godzilla and Kong. But Conor has also been fighting well. Randy Johnson's out. We got a 1 versus 7 matchup in that region.
Well, and here's the thing. We've had 3 matchups so far, and we've had, 4 matchups so far, and 3 of them have been won by Joker. 75% have been won by Joker. There's not a 75% chance to draw a Joker in the deck, is there?
Absolutely not. But, again, with 3 rounds, that Joker can easily pop up with each of them getting draws. So, 1 in 27 chance is your Joker draw, and that goes up as rounds continue, I guess. But that's the beauty of Brawl. You never know what card is going to come up. You never know who's going down. But in this case, Randy Johnson went down hard, and he's going to need more than a couple of leader-sized brewskis to wash away the taste of that defeat. What do you say we head back up north? Let's go back to Santa's Octagon.
Let's do it. Let's see what we got. I'm excited to see. Are we going to see another Joker pulled out in this round, or will we finally get to a region where everybody fights clean?
All right, we got Superman, the 1 seed, going up against 5 seed Tom. So we got a seed differential of 4. Ace King will get a knockout for Superman, but of course anything can happen.
Well, and Storm's pulled out a Joker in the last round, even when he didn't need to, so we know that he can do that, and that could be the upset that he needs against Superman.
All right, is Clark Kent going to show up, or will Superman show up in this Sweet 16 matchup? Superman draws a Jack of Clubs. Tom counters with a 4 of Spades. Superman draws 3 of Diamonds. Tom draws 8 of Spades. So it is 13-12 going to the final card. Not an impressive fight so far.
No, we had Superman show up, and then we had Clark Kent show up, so we'll see what he shows up in the third round, because he needs a Superman performance here to knock out Stolman.
All right, Superman draws a Queen, but that's not enough for a knockout. Stoltman still has a chance. Tom draws a 2 of Clubs. He ran out of gas. Superman is through to the Elite 8.
Well, and that's the way it really should have gone. And as much as Stolman may be the world's strongest man, and we applaud him for that, Superman is just on another level. Unfortunately, he's got that super strength, and that was just too much for him to overcome in a 23-14 loss, which, you know, and going after the second round, he was only down by 1, and then it just kind of, that third round was just, it wasn't even close. Okay,
and the other matchup in Santa's Octagon, we got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a 6 seed going up against 2 seed Terminator. Seed differential of 4. Ace King will get the knockout for the Terminator. Let's see what The Rock is cooking. Let's see what the Terminator has in his programming. The Terminator's first card is a 3 of Spades. The Rock.
That is not like him.
The Rock counters with a Jack of Hearts. Big lead early to The Rock. Second card from the Terminator. Ace of Hearts. It's over.
Well, and just when I was getting to think that maybe The Rock would play the new Terminator, and, you know, the next installment, you know, they're going to have another one of those. It doesn't look like Arnold and the T-800 is ready to retire just yet. He still wants to do it, and he knocks out The Rock in round 2 in this Sweet 16 matchup.
Here we go, heading to Rome. Back to the Coliseum. We got Thanos versus Tyson, 4 seed differential. 1 seed versus 5 seed. Thanos can get a knockout with an Ace or King. Thanos' first card. The Ace of Diamonds! Down goes Tyson! Did you see that coming? Rotag.
You know what? I had, you know, Thanos get knocked out by Andre the Giant. I had, you know, then when Andre went down in the first round of Buffy, I had Buffy maybe beating Thanos. Then it came down to, you know, Tyson here. And so, you know what? I shouldn't have bet against Thanos maybe. Maybe you were right in the fact that all your others are knocked out, but you still have Thanos looking as strong as ever. So you might win with the champion at the end anyways.
Here we go. Other matchup in that region. We got the effing Tiger going up against SEAL Team 6. No seed differential, but SEAL Team 6 gets the first strike as a 2 seed versus a 3. There are a lot of guys in SEAL Team 6. Let's see if they have enough to take out the Tiger. What do you see happening in this matchup?
Oh yeah, this is SEAL Team 6. They've taken out, you know, the Shermanator. They took out the Entourage crew. You know, a Tiger. You know, that's just another notch in their belt. They're ready for this. They're ready to go on. They're wanting to take on Thanos. They're wanting to protect us. Let's go.
The Tiger has only drawn 2 cards, however, and both of them have been devastating blows with knockout.
See, he's not used to taking a punch, and this time he is the underdog. You know, or under, you could say.
Undercat? Here we go. SEAL Team 6, first card is a Queen of Spades. The Tiger counters with the 7 of Spades. Early advantage, SEAL Team 6. Tigers, or SEAL Team 6's second card is a Jack of Hearts. The Tiger counters with an 8 of Spades, so it is 20 to 15 going up to the final card coming. SEAL Team 6 draws a 9 of Diamonds. The Tiger is going to need a joker. It's a 10 of Diamonds, a strong finish, but SEAL Team 6 has taken out the Tiger.
You know what? That was impressive. I mean, the Tiger, a 25 overall score, that's better than a lot of others could do. But unfortunately, SEAL Team 6, man, they were not intimidated. They came out strong. They didn't take the Tiger for granted, and they went ahead and did what they needed. Queen, Jack, 9, send them the Tiger home. Let's move on. Let's stop the inevitable with Thanos. We're ready for this.
All right, but before we do that, we got to go back to Chicago for the regional final between Vader and Batman.
Well, we are now in the Elite 8. We have 8 final competitors. And you know what? There are no gimmies here. Although I will say that if I had to look at this and I said, all right, we've got the 1 and 2 seed, Darth Vader and Batman. We got the 1 and 2 seed in Superman and the Terminator. You know, we got the 1 seed in Godzilla Kong. We got the 1 seed in Thanos and the 2 seed in SEAL Team 6. We have pretty much run the bracket the way it's supposed to get to the final 8. You know, that all the 1s and 2 seeds. The only non-1 or 2 seed to make it is that trash talker who has fought all throughout his life, Conor McGregor.
Lots of jokers from McGregor. He's going to need one against Godzilla and Kong.
I tell you what, but you know, he is the only one that's going to disrupt anything. Otherwise, despite all the fact that you could have anything happen, it's looking like we're going to have, you know, some number 1s and 2s into the finals.
Yep, I predicted madness and I got chalk. So it is pretty standard fight. The heavyweights have come to play, even though they might have toyed around. It's heading to the regional finals now. Let's start off in Wrigley Field with Darth Vader.
Well, the important part about this is, without jokers, there's not a lot of knockout possibilities with these 1 versus 2s.
Nope. So this is going to go to distance, unless someone fights dirty. Here we go. Darth Vader's first card against Batman is a 9 of Spades. The force is still strong. Batman counters with a 9 of Diamonds.
That's what we expect to see.
Vader draws the Ace of Clubs.
That is heartbreaking because, man, Bats is going toe-to-toe in the first part, but, man, you're hoping that, you know, Vader throws a low card there if you're a Batman fan like I am, and instead he throws the best card next to a Joker, so...
All right. Batman draws the Queen of Clubs, so it is 20 to 19 going into the final card. It is a close fight. Vader draws a Joker! It's over for Batman!
Batman, my hero, who has used the Joker on 2 occasions to help him, gets it used against himself. So apparently, the Joker does get the last laugh here by helping Vader advance to the final 4 and ruining my chance to pick the winner of this entire tournament for the first one. I am heartbroken. I am crushed. I am dismayed. But I'm proud of Batman for the fight that he put up. And if it wasn't for that Joker, and you know Vader had to pull that Joker because Batman was going toe-to-toe with him.
I just rabbit holed for you, Rotag, and Batman would have drawn a 5, so I think it was not looking good even with that Joker. But, so to say, Vader fights dirty.
You know what? And if you're going to lose, at least you lost that way, and so,
So we have the first ticket punched to Madison Square Garden to New York City for the Final 4. Vader is heading to the Big Apple. Let's head on back to Deutschland. We got Godzilla and Kong versus Conor McGregor. We got a 1 seed versus a 7. Ace, King, Queen knockout potential for Godzilla. Can Conor do it again?
No, Kong and Godzilla have this. Conor McGregor, nice story, although sometimes people would always expect that for him. But you know what? His time is over. Kong, Godzilla, let's do this.
Here we go. Godzilla's first card, 10 of spades. Conor McGregor draws the 9 of spades. Godzilla and Kong draw a 3 of diamonds. Conor McGregor draws the 4 of clubs. Had a window, didn't take it. It's a tie game going into the final card. Godzilla and Kong. They draw a 5 of diamonds. There's a window here. Anything bigger than a 5 will send Conor McGregor, the 7 seed, to the final 4.
All right. Your prediction. Is it going to be higher than that?
I don't see it happening. It can't be.
Listen, in this deck of cards, I'm going to switch my opinion. I'm going to hurt myself in my bracket even more because it's already gone with Batman. Conor McGregor, he's getting a 7 right here. He's going it on.
It's a 9 of hearts. McGregor takes out Kong and Godzilla.
Wow. I told 7 it was even better than that. McGregor, oh my goodness. He is doing what things like the Ghostbusters and the A-Team and Stephen Hawking couldn't do. He took out Godzilla and Kong.
He
has just written the story to be much easier for these other 1 and 2 seeds now because he knocked out another top seed now. He is making it easier for all these other teams, but they better not take him lightly. He is showing that he can not only take out the Pirate, one of your final 4 picks, but he can take out Rambo, and then Randy Johnson with his fastballs, and now Godzilla and Kong. He is not to be messed with. Conor McGregor is a legit fighter.
Conor McGregor. Rotag, how many beers do you think he's drinking in Hofbräu House to celebrate being the champion of that region?
I tell you what, they're on a house. He's drinking them like crazy, but he better keep it focused because inevitably he is fighting Thanos or SEAL Team 6 in the Final 4, and that's not something that you just want to go in, haphazardly and drunk about because he's got to be ready for a fight still.
Celebrate tonight. Get on that plane to go to New York. Madison Square Garden, second ticket is punched. Conor McGregor is the Cinderella so far as the 7 seed. Heading back to the North Pole for that regional final, we have Superman versus the Terminator. I would love to see this fight. The elves are psyched. They're ready to see it happen. Let's see what happens. Superman's first card, 9 of hearts. The Terminator counters with the 6 of diamonds. Superman's second card, 5 of spades. The Terminator counters with the 3 of hearts. It's not looking like much of a fight so far. They're just toying with each other. What do you see happening here in the final round? It is 14-9 Superman going into the final card.
Yeah, as long as Superman, continues to throw a 5 or above, it doesn't look like Terminator's got enough to come back. That's just an advantage of +5 in the 3rd round. When there's no knockouts, that's going to be tough to overcome. Superman, as long as he's halfway decent here and doesn't completely Clark Kent it, he should be fine. Let's see what we got, Mr. Wild Willy.
Wild Willy's next card for Superman. Queen of Spades. It looked like it's going to be a Joker, and a Joker alone will save the Terminator. And it's a 4 of diamonds. It's not going to cut it. Superman's through to New York City, to Madison Square Garden.
You know what? It's what it was, and so unfortunately, the Terminator came up short. He drew, a 6, a 3, and then you said a 4?
Yep.
Those numbers are just not going to cut it when you're going up against Superman. You're pulling 13 total in 3 rounds. That's just,
Those are Shermanator stats right there.
That's exactly it. He was more of the Shermanator and less of the Terminator.
Okay.
Well, we have one final matchup left in the Elite 8. One last competitor to make it into the Final 4. Join Vader and Conor McGregor and Superman. Is it going to be the inevitable Thanos, or is it going to be SEAL Team 6 punching their ticket?
Here we go. Back to Rome. Who's going to be cutting down the nets, so to say, in the Colosseum? Thanos. First card. 2 of spades. Weak start from Thanos, and SEAL Team 6 counters with the 6 of spades. Still, not a strong start to that fight. Thanos' second card, Jack of Clubs. SEAL Team 6 counters with the 4 of Clubs. It is 12-10 in the last card. How do you see this last round going?
The SEAL Team 6 had it in the bag in the first one when Thanos threw it too. All they had to do was throw a 10, Jack, Queen, King, boom, boom. If they threw those back to back, then it would be over and done with. Thanos would have no chance. But instead, they get the tables reversed, and they throw a 4, giving them a total of only 10 right now, versus Thanos' 12. So now they've got to come from behind. You know what? SEAL Team 6, I hope that you pull it out. But man, you had your chance, and I think you blew it. Thanos is going to win this right now.
Just like in the old movies. It was not looking good for Thanos, and they blew it, and now it's not looking good for SEAL Team 6. But it's still close. Anything can happen in the final round. Thanos is...
I bet they wish that they had the time stone right now and go back
They
in
do.
time and redraw that card.
They do. That 4 was weak. Here we go. Final card for Thanos is a Queen of Diamonds. SEAL Team 6 is going to need a lot better. They need a Joker. Even an ace would put him 1 short. It's a 9. Thanos is through. SEAL Team 6 had the chance in round 2. They didn't take advantage. Thanos is through to Manhattan.
And you know what? They made a match of it, you would say. But to be honest, that was only because Thanos completely crapped the bed in the first round when drawing that shoe. Aside from that, his Jack Queen, he's just going along, doing what he needs to do. And so, I mean, it was just a sad performance by the SEAL Team 6. I'm very disappointed in them right now. They had the chance to stop it, and they just didn't let it happen.
So here we go. We've got Vader and Superman in the first matchup. We got Conor McGregor and Thanos, mostly number 1 seeds. It's been a very fundamentally favorite-heavy brawl so far. Would you say, Rotag?
Absolutely. I mean, we have obviously Conor McGregor, you know, kind of the story of this so far. Your bracket got busted up early on. And you have what? Thanos left in the final.
Yeah, that's it. And like I said, I predicted chaos, and I got chalk.
And the thing is your winner was Thanos. You predicted him, so you still have a chance to predict the winner. My winner, Batman, made it down to the Elite 8, got jokered by Darth Vader, so he's out. So I don't have the Terminator in the match, and he's gone. And so then we went ahead and we looked at, all right, well, I had Andre the Giant. Well, he was gone really early. Godzilla and Kong, they're knocked out. I have 0 left in the final 4. My bracket is completely done. So
that's what happens, just like in March.
They say.
Every day is a March day when you're dealing with Brawl with Wild Willy and Rotag. All right, Ro, let's go to Madison Square Garden. Let's go to Manhattan. Let's see what happens with Vader versus Superman. Let's see what happens. First of all, let's draw to see who draws first, because in a 1 versus 1 matchup, either of these two could draw. So who will get the first strike? Vader ace, Superman king. So Vader will go first. Let's reshuffle the deck. Man, even in that draw, they're showing that they're not messing around. They're ready to fight. They're ready to win the first ever brawl. Here we go. First strike of the final 4 will come from Darth Vader, and he comes out with a respectable 8 of hearts. Superman counters with the Jack of Diamonds. Superman takes the early lead. Rotag.
Listen, I'm looking at the final 4 here, and I go, man, I can't really root for any of these guys. I guess I got to root for the only person that is pretty much a hero on this side, and that's Superman. And so I'm glad to see he's taking the advantage. I'm excited for the next round, card number 2 for each one. What do we got, Wild Willy?
Here we go. Vader draws a 3 of hearts. Weak second round for Vader. And another Jack for Superman. It's 20-11 going into the final card.
Unless Vader pulls off another Joker like he did with my boy Batman, DC is going to take revenge, and Superman is going to beat him.
Vader's final card is a 7 of spades. That's not going to cut it. Superman's got a 6 of diamonds. Superman is into the championship.
26 victory over 18. You know, Vader made it a little bit closer there at the end by getting 1 up on Superman there, but I mean, it wasn't even a close fight. Superman is ready to do battle in the final. battles.
Superman doesn't need any training from Yoda. Superman can take out Vader without the Force. Superman into the final. And here we have the Cinderella story of the tournament. Conor McGregor, the 7 seed, going up against Thanos, the 1 seed. Thanos, with a differential of 6, can get a knockout with an ace, king, or queen. Can McGregor do it again, or is it midnight for this Cinderella here in Manhattan?
Well, I know you're probably rooting for Thanos because he's your final winner.
How could I root for... I can't root for Thanos. I gotta root for McGregor. He's the last Cinderella left.
Willie ruined against his bracket.
My bracket's already busted.
Yeah, but you could have predicted the overall winner. You could have that bracket. We still got to add up total points and see which one of us came up, and maybe, somebody from our Brawl Nation here, maybe they've got a better bracket going than us right now. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing a Superman versus Thanos. You've got DC versus Marvel battle at the end that's captivated so much of the last, decade or so with movies and comics.
No. I gotta root for McGregor. You gotta go with the underdog here. But let's see what happens. Ace, king, or queen will end it real early here for McGregor. Let's get down to Madison Square Garden and see what happens. Thanos' first card is a Jack of Clubs. Still in it, but that's a big punch from Thanos. McGregor counters with the King of Diamonds. We're tied going into the second round.
Wow, that is incredible. Thanos just hitting around where he needs to be, and yet McGregor hanging in there. This is a much better fight than I thought it would be. I thought it would be one and done.
Thanos is not used to being in a fight. Thanos' second card, King of Spades. It's over for McGregor. Heartbreak in Manhattan. Thanos into the championship.
Well, I would have liked to have seen it come out different, but to be honest, it was going to happen. It was going to happen. And now we have the two real Titan showdown, two number 1 seeds. They've fought their way. They've made it happen. And you know what? I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm ready for the finals. I'm ready for Superman. I'm ready for Thanos. I'm ready for just 3 rounds of duking it out with only one winner to be crowned.
There can only be one. Let's first see. With two number 1 seeds duking it out, let's see who gets to strike first. Superman's card for the coin toss is an 8. Thanos' card for the coin toss is a 6. Superman will get the first punch. Do you think that matters? Rotag.
Well, it undoubtedly matters because when you're drawing cards in the deck, depending on whether you were first or second, determines your card. So, does it mean that you get a better card being first? Not necessarily. He could have just actually lost himself by winning that coin flip.
But it also lets you have the chance for the Joker early. Any card can end the fight right then and there with a dirty strike. So let's see what happens here. Superman will strike first. Here we go. Championship fight. Championship fight. Superman.
I'm rooting for Superman. Are you rooting for Superman or are you rooting for Thanos?
At this point, I'm gonna root for my bracket again. Let's go Thanos.
Alright, Superman versus Thanos, let's go. We got this.
Superman's first card is an Ace of Diamonds. Strong start from the Man of Steel.
It is no Clark Kent. He is Superman. He's bringing it.
He's ready. The lights are on in Madison Square Garden. The crowd's going crazy. Thanos counters with the Jack of Spades. Very respectable. It's 11-10 going into round 2.
Everything you would expect from a first round there. Everything ready for round 2. It's going to keep delivering. Let's go. Superman's second card is a 5 of clubs. Not a strong second punch. That is difficult.
Thanos counters with the 5 of spades, so it is still just a 1-point lead for Superman going into the final round. Thanos could have taken advantage of that weak draw, but he didn't.
Apparently, that was just, a little halftime is what they were thinking. Everybody go get some popcorn, use the bathroom, come back for the final third round, and there's no spoilers at this point. There's no, one person just needs a Joker, or it's already over and done with. It is anybody's matchup here. Only a 1-point differential. Superman leading 16-15. I can feel the animosity between the two. It's going to happen. Round 3. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. Superman pulls for his final card, an 8 of hearts.
Wow, that is a good card. Solid. That is solid. That means that Thanos needs a 9 to tie, or a 10 or face card, or ace, to win. So he's got lots of chances. But man, that was a solid strike by Superman.
Big time strike.
Knockout blow that he needed.
Big time strike. Thanos' final card is a 6 of clubs. It's not enough. Superman has defeated Thanos.
And the hero conquers the villain. There is a happy ending in this. And not just because Willy's bracket was finally busted completely at the end there, after giving him the last little glimmer of hope, but because Superman has defeated Thanos. And maybe I got it wrong. I got the wrong DC hero beating Thanos there. I had Batman winning in the end. Superman, his Justice League compadre, ends up getting the win. We'll take it.
Here we go. We finally have our first winner. The brawl is over. 5 locations, 1 champion. 64 competitors started, 1 ends it. Thanos is on the mat here in Madison Square Garden, and Superman has his hands raised in the air, and America's hero has taken the victory here in Madison Square Garden. Final thoughts, Rotag.
I am just completely and utterly excited about how awesome this first Brawl was. We had, strong competitors showing strong things. We had some dirty shots that you did not expect when they didn't need to happen, or from even good guys using them to try and get a win. They were clawing tooth and nail, fighting to the end. And you know what? We got a great brawl at the end. A nice, strong fight by Superman and Thanos there. We had some great, solid performers, coming up and doing better than anybody thought they would. And so it was just an utter excitement and a joy and a privilege to call this first brawl with you, Mr. Willy. I've enjoyed it immensely. I can't wait for the next one. I'm guessing one of the locations there, and maybe even where the Final Four takes place, is going to be in Smallville as a little tribute to our winner of our first ever brawl, Superman. Hats off to him.
And hats off to all of you, our listeners. A privilege and a pleasure to make the call with you, Rotag. And if you would like to give suggestions as who you'd like to see in the brawl, give your comments on what you just witnessed, you can tweet us at Rotag and Willy, all one word, ROTAG and WILLY. That's on the old Twitter. If you are an advertiser, if you want to get a doggy door for Rotag and want to hear your ad appear, you can email us at rotagandwilly@gmail.com. And as always, it is our pleasure to bring the brawls to you. Thank you for joining us, and you all have a fantastic day.
On behalf of Willy, this is Rotag. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We appreciate all that. Thank you, Brawl Nation, for all your support. And we look forward to seeing you next week with another action-packed brawl. Bracket releasing first, and then the brawl taking place later on in the week. See you later.